as part of our discussion on introduction to India's foreign policy, yet another topic, that is the Gujral doctrine. Gujral doctrine. And today, after Prime Minister Modi came to power, he renamed it as a neighborhood first policy. Neighborhood first. It is nothing but Gujral doctrine. Now, the present government would like to talk more, but those old timers, we have seen Gujral doctrine. Today, the first thing comes to our mind is that Gujral doctrine only. So now, what is that all about? See, I.K. Gujral, he was the Foreign Minister of India in 1996. When the United Front government came to power after the P.V. Narasimha Rao government ended. 91 to 96 was P.V. Narasimha Rao government. This is the time when, please remember, after the death of Rajiv Gandhi, assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, there was a minority government. The Congress government was there. In 96 election, Congress lost out. United Front government, and it was H.D. Deve Gowda became the Prime Minister in 1996. And H.D. Deve Gowda led government's foreign minister was I.K. Gujral, and he was an intellectual. And subsequently, I.K. Gujral became the Prime Minister also. Within 1 year, Deve Gowda government collapsed. Then I.K. Gujral became the Prime Minister also. So it is less than 2-year-old, the United Front system. So when I.K. Gujral came to power, or as a foreign minister, he found that our relationship with our smaller neighbors in the vicinity were all strained. There is a lot of strain. There are a lot of disagreements, and these smaller neighbors were frustrated with the big brother attitude of India. They were always complaining that we were having a big brother attitude. See, big brother attitude is a negative term. Big brother is not Bada Bhai, elder brother. No, big brother is a bullying and nasty, big fellow. Not an elder brother behavior. Okay, so in Hindi, if you just translate it to Hindi, it may look like Bada Bhai, big brother. No, it is not elder brother wala. It is not a friendly, good relationship. It is a nasty bullying relationship. So that is what the feeling of the smaller countries, especially Nepal, even Bangladesh, even Sri Lanka, all of them were complaining that India is not doing justice to them. We are not treating them as equals. They are, after all, even they may be small, but they should be treated as equal because they are sovereign countries. We cannot interfere in the internal affairs of them. So when I.K. Gujral understood that these smaller neighbors are really a bit frustrated and they are annoyed and they are upset about India, and moreover, he found that as foreign minister, he found that this is being well utilized by countries like Pakistan and China. They are able to misuse this predicament, or rather these problems of the smaller neighbors. So they were instigating these smaller neighbors to their benefit. So these smaller neighbors became a pawn in the hands of this Pakistan and China, and they were misusing them. In fact, we even realized that there is a secret policy by China called Contain India in South Asia. In fact, we were fearing that China is pursuing a policy called Contain India in South Asia policy, whereby they are instigating the smaller neighbors to create some trouble for India, so that India is always in a quagmire, or India is always struggling to deal with the smaller fellows, always stuck in the South Asia problem. So we felt that, I.K. Gujral felt that China is using this as an opportunity to put India in the, India is forced to get stuck in South Asia, contain India in South Asia policy. So to break this image, I.K. Gujral initiated this, his doctrine. His doctrine was very straightforward and simple. This is offered to, number one, to smaller neighbors. This is offered to smaller neighbors, that is number one. Number two, it is not for big fellows like Pakistan or China. It is not for Pakistan or China. It is for smaller neighbors. That is number one. Number two, according to him, we should offer unilateral concessions. Unilateral concessions to smaller neighbors, to smaller countries, smaller neighbors, without expecting any reciprocity, without reciprocity, without expecting reciprocity, without expecting any reciprocal treatment. Nothing in return. We offer them. See, our, Gujarat Doctrine's philosophy is India is too big. And these smaller neighbors are too small, even smaller than our own states. India is too big and these neighbors are too small to reciprocate. They cannot reciprocate. We don't want anything from you. We offer unilateral concessions. We ask them, IK Gujarat Doctrine is, we ask them, what do you want? And when they say, these are the problems which we are facing, yes, we solve it. Okay, we offer you, okay, you take it, but don't complain unnecessarily. So that was the approach by IK Gujarat. So this has completely altered the mindset of the smaller neighbors. See, Bangladesh was worried and complaining about the Farakka barrage, Farakka dam or Farakka barrage and the water availability in Ganga river. So we signed a Ganga treaty, Ganga water sharing treaty with Bangladesh as part of this Gujarat Doctrine. And Bangladesh's attitude towards India completely changed after 1996. With Nepal, they had a series of complaints about various aspects, about the number of trading points and number of facilities given to them. IK Gujarat said, no problem, you take it, but please don't complain. So this policy of offering unilateral concessions to smaller neighbors without expecting any reciprocity is the crux of Gujarat Doctrine. And this has been pursued very seriously since then. When the UPA came to power, the Manmohan Singh government, Dr. Manmohan Singh government came to power, he pursued it very seriously. He expanded it. But some people say there might have a slight modification whereby we don't expect any reciprocity of equal terms, but some reciprocal treatment, like at least keep quiet, don't complain, don't discredit India. If not, you give anything in back. So we will offer you all. We will give you aid also, we will give you concession also, whatever you demand we will give, but in return, at least please don't discredit or don't fight with India unnecessarily openly. So anyway, that is the general critical view, but we pursued it big way. When Prime Minister Modi came to power, he, instead of Gujarat Doctrine, he has a habit of changing all the names and all, so immediately he said neighborhood first. Neighborhood first policy. As part of it, when in his swearing-in ceremony in 2014, he invited all SAARC leaders, including Pakistan, just to tell that there is a shared prosperity, possibility of a shared prosperity, and we can prosper only together. So, neighborhood policy, and he is still continuing. In fact, if you look at the between 2014 to 18 statistics, we have given almost 21,000 crore rupee aid to our smaller neighbors. 21,000 crore rupees. Maximum beneficiary is Bhutan. Between 2014 to 18, Bhutan received 15,600 crore rupees. Then Afghanistan, 2,232 crore aid. Afghanistan. Number 3, Nepal, 1,322 crore rupee aid. Then Sri Lanka, 1,080. 1,080 crore rupees. Sri Lanka. 1 second. Sri Lanka, 1,080. Then Bangladesh, 514. Then Maldives 270 crore. See, these are the 8. See, these are all part of our Gujarat Doctrine on neighborhood first policy, giving lavish support to the neighbors without expecting any reciprocal treatment from them. Because we are big, you are small. See, even in the corona time, even evacuating people, either neighboring country, even Bangladeshis were evacuated by India. We are offering them the same facility in future also to evacuate more people from who are stranded, various nationals stranded in across the world. India will be offering them and saying that, okay, we will support you in evacuating your staff or your citizens. So, Gujarat Doctrine has definitely, changed the mindset of the smaller neighbors towards India. We could plug the Chinese and the Pakistani game of instigating the smaller neighbor is against India. And in the process, over a period of time, once we started implementing it properly, Pakistan got isolated in SAARC. Because we have good relations with the Nepal, with the Bhutan, with Bangladesh, with Sri Lanka, with the Maldives. When we have all, with Afghanistan, Pakistan got isolated. So the Chinese design can be checkmated, or rather is biased. See, after all, we are united. In South Asia, the smaller neighbors, India and the smaller neighbors are united by history, by geography, by economy, everything. We are so interlinked, even by religion in many cases. So it's very difficult for a country like China to dislodge that. So Gujarat Doctrine is a good step. Neighborhood first policy is a great step to keep our smaller neighbors in good humor. And in the process, the designs of Pakistan and China cannot succeed, or they will not be able to create a friction within South Asia, which can stop, or rather which can create hurdles in India's progress. As a global leader, if India has to grow, India need to keep our smaller neighbors in good humor. We should support them. They are too small, and we have realized it. And IK Gujral was the first leader to openly declare that our policy is to have unilateral concession to smaller neighbors without expecting any reciprocal treatment from them. But this Gujarat Doctrine is not extended to Pakistan and China. Please keep in mind. And Gujarat Doctrine is still relevant. Prime Minister Modi is also promoting that, but of course in a different name. So that's about Gujarat Doctrine and its relevance today.